I'm in a big corporate, but I'm in the space of retail. So I think when you spoke about the entire industry value chain, I think I totally can see that, right? Because retail is also undergoing huge transformation. And I think we got your supply chain disruption due to COVID. And then you have this increasing from the demand side, you've got the public a bit more, or consumers a bit more aware about sustainability. And then sustainability as a differentiator, I can see that's becoming a theme in like consumer goods, where brands are using this angle to be different in the marketplace. And when you talk about circular economy, you talk about startups, I think, these are things that I spend time thinking about. I think, thanks for telling me, sharing me all this. I can definitely see a huge value add I think you can bring to these players. And I'll come back to corporate, and I think it's quite clear that corporate has to have the resources to have a chief sustainability officer and then have a sustainability team, even though it's like a cross-functional team. Now, what's left for SMEs, right? If I run an SME, what's the message for me? If I want to do more good or if I want to be more sustainable?
The truth is, SMEs have limited resources. The expectation for what an SME can do shouldn't be the same as what a large multi-million or billion-dollar company can do. That's it. And just to draw a more tangible example, for example, in EU, there are a lot of very big sustainability disclosure standards, and it would cost money and resources for big companies to meet those regulations. SMEs, to a certain extent, if they don't meet the size requirements, they're exempt from these reporting requirements, at least at the early stage. So there must be, I would argue, for a differentiation already from the obligation of an SME. But what can an SME consider? I do think that maybe it's the opportunity, because it depends on, we're talking about SMEs very generally, but it really depends on the industries. Sustainability can really be a differentiator if you're talking about an SME that caters to big clients, because when you do B2B, your big clients that are buying from you or you're providing services for, they will for sure be thinking about regulations. They will be thinking about supply chain resilience. A lot of things have to do with sustainability. And these big companies have obligations to activist investors, to governments, or to even their shareholders to meet certain sustainability standards or goals that they have set for themselves. So I would say that for SMEs, the opportunity is if there is this, you are within the supply chain or the ecosystem catering to these big companies, by providing that service or that solution that solves a big sustainability problem, there could be a real business opportunity there for you.
I hear you. So that means they become like the vendors for the big corporates.
Yeah.
Right.
Simply put,
Yeah.
depending on the industry.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Anything else about sustainability and ESG that you want to share in this call? I know I shouldn't push this to you, but I think to me, maybe in a way for me to contextualize this part about ESG, right, and sustainability. I hear you describe what ESG or sustainability would mean to 12-year-olds. I think you explain it in a very succinct, very elegant manner. And then I also took the context to a fresh grad, to a startup, to a big corporate, to a SME, what this could mean for them. And I can also see that through this sort of across the sizes of the companies, how someone like you with your experience, and now that you're a certified ESG analyst, you could also serve value to these different players in the marketplace. And to the individuals, to a consumer, what's your one big message about sustainability, if there's any?
Like for you and me, when you go to a supermarket, it's always that actually the big changes lie with policies and businesses. It really is where the impact is. But a lot of the businesses also ask, if I'm more sustainable, does this drive profits? Unfortunately, it comes down to bottom line and profits. And I do think that to a certain extent, especially for retail industries, for example, or the fashion industry, where the voice of consumer or the signal that consumers can give is very loud, I do think that if consumers can vote with their wallets, that's always something that then sends the message that there is demand for something. But of course, consumers also make the decisions based on a lot. I'm not going to buy something that pay a little bit more just because it's sustainable. I'm going to pay more because it's a better product that serves my needs. So I think that's the role of the consumers.